Hey guys, Joseph Aronson here. On this month's episode, I'm breaking down probably the biggest stat that I've seen in a while, and that's that we've had 2 months in a row of more inventory than actually homes sell. So on this month's episode, I'm going to tell you if that's good or bad for our market. Here we go. All right, guys, so before I answer that question, I want to show you guys kind of where we are today. In the last 30 days, we've seen 2,186 homes sell. We've seen 1,512 homes have to do a price adjustment, right? We saw 2,036 homes actually close escrow, finish, closed, and 1,760 homes go pending, go off the market, accept an offer, and go into escrow. So the big stat that jumps out here, if you watched my last episode, is that we've had 2 months in a row of seeing actually more homes sell than new properties come on the market. And that's flipped from what I've been saying for the last probably year and a half, that we've had more inventory than actually homes sell. All right, guys, so to answer the question of this whole video, and that's which way do I think the market is gonna go based on what we're seeing over the last 2 months? A lot of people are gonna see this as doom and gloom, and oh my God, this is what we've been waiting for. More inventory, less demand. That means prices are gonna come down. Well, hold your horses. We've barely seen new inventory outpace demand. Demand is actually staying relatively flat and even. If you look at this chart, it shows over the last basically 4 months, we've started to ramp up demand, meaning homes actually sell, which is very typical for this time of the year. But the big indicator here is that we are seeing inventory levels finally increase. And this is what I've been preaching. This is what I've been waiting for and hoping for, because what I don't want to see are those headlines I was talking about at the beginning of the year where we were the fastest appreciating market, right? We have to hit some type of threshold where we see values start to slow down. What I don't want to see is another 20% year appreciation, or homes appreciating 20% over a year. That's just too much. I want us to get back to a healthy 5, 6, maybe 7% yearly appreciation, make us all feel comfortable and still have homes that are somewhat affordable. So to kind of piggyback on what I just said, guys, about demand still being there, even with these high interest rates, right? We're at 7% right now, and that's relatively high, and that's keeping people's payments on new mortgages pretty darn high and scaring some people out of the market. Yet our demand stays strong. It is a little fragmented into different sections of the market, having higher demand versus some areas seeing lower demand. However, we still have really strong demand, pretty much across the county. And this stat actually shows that we have 49.8% of homes that are on the market are actually selling for over asking price. So about half of our market is actually receiving multiple offers and selling for over their asking price. That shows us that we still have good demand, even though we're seeing inventory start to finally outpace the demand. So there is something I want to talk about when it comes to pricing, and that's, I do believe that prices will either stay the same or continue to go up slightly before the end of the year when you look at the county as a whole. However, I do believe that there's sections of our market that might see prices adjust and come down. What's really carrying our market in some of the higher end markets is the baby boomer demographic looking for single level living. Those single level condos on the coastline, the larger single level homes, those are going to do really well for the remainder of the year. And then we also have our tech professionals and our high net worth younger professionals that are buying properties in between maybe that 700 and 1.2 to 1.4 range. Those are doing really well. Where we're seeing a little bit of a lag is really those larger homes that will require maybe a family to purchase, that will require a loan on them, because these loans at 7% for a $1.5 million loan, I mean, that's a heavy payment. And we're seeing kind of that market maybe dwindle and lose a little bit of its steam compared to maybe the more entry-level young professional market and that downsizing single level living kind of baby boomer demographic buying market. All right, guys, and here's my advice for both my buyers and sellers out there for the month of June. Really, we need to keep our eye on the Fed, because if interest rates don't come down or start to come down this summer, towards the end of summer, I think we're in for a really slow winter. However, if rates do start to come down towards the end of summer, I think we're in for a really hot winter. So if you're an opportunistic buyer or seller out there, you need to pay attention to what the Fed is doing, because that is going to drive our market. And if you guys have any questions at all, please make sure you reach out to myself or anybody here on the True Local team. As always, feel free to comment and reach out with any questions. All right, guys, take care.